So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from All Star Comics number 7 from November 1941. The Justice Society of America raises $1 million for war orphans. Another complete book-length adventure featuring the Green Lantern, the Hawkman, the Atom, Dr. Fate, the Hourman, the Spectre, the Sandman, and Johnny Thunder, aided by the honorary members Superman, Batman, and the Flash. Justice Society of America. 8 mighty men, their deeds and actions heralding their fame from the shores of the Rio Grande to the Great Lakes, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. America resounds with the trumpet-like blast of their names. These modern heroes of sensational adventures are banded together to fight all crime and lawlessness. Yet, at the meeting there is a new note. The note of tragedy and war brings to tiny children bereft of home and parents. You are all invited to join the Justice Society as it meets in solemn conclave to determine what can be done for these suffering innocents. Since the Flash has become the honorary member, the Green Lantern has been elected chairman of the Justice Society. Our new chairman is late, and it is the first meeting since his election, too. Did he tell any of you he would be late? I haven't seen him since the last meeting. Neither have I. Relax, fellows. Here he comes now, flying at terrific speed. Sorry to be late, boys. I've just returned from a little jaunt over war-torn Europe and Asia. What I've seen has made me feel pretty badly. As you know, we've always fought crime together, but at this meeting, I think we should consider the fate of the world's war children, homeless orphans, starving little tots. Things are bad all over there. We ought to do something about it. Exactly, gentlemen, and I have a plan. We've never accepted any money for the things we've done, but now, for the sake of these helpless children, we've got to turn our talents to raising money. We've got to make crime fighting pay. Mr. Chairman, before we decide what's to be done, suppose you describe what you saw over there. All right, I will. The idea came to me as I read the daily papers. I decided to see for myself. I flew to Europe and saw ruthless bombings of small villages in England. Those children who had escaped injury found themselves alone in a world gone mad, their homes and parents gone. Next, I flew over bomb-torn China and saw tragedy in the faces of starving youngsters. Gentlemen, there are charitable organizations trying to help those children. They need money. Dollars mean food and shelter to those innocent victims. I understand that for only $20 will keep a little Chinese boy or girl alive for a whole year. The Justice Society should exert its effort to help provide those dollars. I call for a vote. Motions are in order. The Hawkman has the floor. Mr. Chairman, members of the Justice Society, I'd like to say that I think this is a wonderful opportunity to turn what talents we possess to aiding those children. I move that the Justice Society set aside a goal of $1 million to turn over to those organizations for the relief of refugee children in the war-torn democracies. I second the motion and move that the vote be unanimous from all members. So say we all. Aye, aye, aye. Good. I knew I could count on you. $1 million it is, but we're only 8 men. Let's see. If we each raise $100,000, it still only makes $800,000. Mr. Chairman, I'll bring in $300,000. That'll make an even million. I owe it to you for what you did for me last time. Don't bite off more than you can chew, John. Well, if he calls him the Thunderbolt, if he figures out how, he can just make a wish. Now, Adam, if he thinks he can raise the money, let him try. It's a noble gesture, Johnny, and I wish you luck. Well, gentlemen, I guess that takes care of everything. You all have your work cut out for you. I wish you success. We must raise that million. Meeting adjourned. Gosh, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I didn't kind of talk out of turn. Wow. When you come to think of it, $300,000 is an awful lot of money. Whew. So from historical context, this is still before the United States joined the war effort, which would begin right after Pearl Harbor on January 7th, 1941. And this is also years before the Communist Revolution. So I like this story in the sense that it's a very good and noble cause. So I'm looking forward to this one.